This final piece of lifestyle medicine is on relationships. And relationships, I mean meaningful connection. And that can be relationship to self, it can be relationship to other human beings, relationship to other living beings, pets, animals, relationship to nature. It's all about meaningful connection and how can we bring more meaningful connection into our lives. So we have to make time for it. And we have to know what feels supportive to us. Where are these supportive relationships? For some of us who might feel more introverted, maybe being around people all the time doesn't always feel supportive. It's supportive sometimes. But maybe we need more connection to nature. Maybe we need more spiritual connection. Maybe we need more time with our pet. And then those of us who really thrive off of human interaction, maybe we need to make more time for that in our lives. Host some parties, join online communities. So find ways to support yourself in what feels true and natural for you. And some of that takes reflection, right? We've got to take some time to actually reflect on what feels supportive to me. And then to reflect on all the different areas of connection in our lives and say, okay, when I'm with these people, I feel good, I feel energized, I feel healthy and alive and supported. And then when I'm with these people, I feel drained and exhausted. And we have to start making those choices of who we spend our time with and where we are putting out our energy. So this involves letting go of toxic relationships. It doesn't mean that we don't, forgive people if we're holding on to resentment or if we're holding on to a toxic relationship and how somebody has harmed us. We do. I think it's helpful to go through that process of forgiveness in its own time. We don't have to force it, but forgiveness of others, forgiveness of self, and then figuring out which of these relationships can we reconcile and are worth investing energy, and then which of these relationships do we need to let go of, and then grieve the loss. So this is adding more supportive relationships, letting go of the toxic relationships. And also remembering that this relationship with ourselves is central. We forget about this relationship with self. And I think it's even harder this day and age to really take that time to reflect on relationship to self because we're constantly inundated with social media and external stimuli, seeking that validation from external sources. How many likes did I get? How many people commented on my Facebook post or Instagram post? And we have to be more intentional with how do I feel about this? How do I feel about myself, the way that I'm living my life? And we can ask ourselves those questions every so often. And this relationship with self is rooted in mindfulness. So these tools that I teach of mindfulness and meditation can help us in healing the relationship with ourselves, can remind us to come back to ourselves when we feel like we have disconnected or when we feel like we're putting too much energy and too much stock in what other people are thinking or saying about us. We can remember through mindful self-awareness that what really matters is my own self-compassion, how I feel about myself and how I'm showing up in the world. And then, of course, the compassion piece is important because we can have awareness around ourselves, but if we're judging ourselves or if we are being hypercritical of ourselves, then that just breeds more stress. So mindfulness and compassion, which if you've taken any of my classes, I teach side by side because they are the two wings of the bird. In order for a bird to fly, it needs both wings. It needs the wing of mindfulness and it needs the wing of compassion. So we have the self-awareness and then we have the compassion around we're not going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But can we keep showing up? Can we keep reconnecting with our deeper intention for how we want to be in this world. And so in the next video, we're going to do this intention practice, and it's going to allow you to reconnect with yourself, reconnect with what's really important to you, and then allow you to set an intention for your life.